As you might already know, CommandoVM is a Windows configuration specifically designed for offensive actions, malware development, or payload testing. And recently now it was updated, so let's just hop in, install the new version, and see the changes. First things first, before installing the Commando VM, we have to do a little bit of prerequisites. So first we need to completely turn off Windows Defender, because as during the installation, it's going to install all offensive tools that might flag the Windows Defender and thus compromise the whole installation process. So for that case, first I want to make sure I disable it manually. So I'm gonna go there, turn all these things to off, like that. Now the next part is to search for group policy, like that. Now open that up, and inside the group policy we need to make sure that the defender and real-time protection is always disabled. That's been done from the administrative templates, then Windows components, then Microsoft Defender antivirus, and from here we have to turn off Microsoft Defender antivirus. So by default is in non-configured. Now here I need to just click enable, so let's do apply and alright. And then we have to do that one more time for where it is real-time protection, turn off real-time protection, turn it to enable again. And this way you're gonna completely disable Windows Defender, and now we can proceed to the CommandoVM installation. Now the cool part about that is they have set up a GUI installation, so you can choose your profile. Previously that was done via config files, but they make it just easier for beginners to set a profile and install it. So let's showcase that. Let me download the whole repository via zip, since I'm not having a git here. Now here I'm gonna go to desktop, paste that, alright. From here I'm going to just extract here. Now open the directory up, and from there I need to open up PowerShell as an administrator, alright. Before that I'm gonna be quick and now set up a snapshot, because that's an important step. If you don't set up a snapshot and something breaks, you have to install the whole Windows environment on its own, but that way you can just revert it back. Command VM. So I'm gonna take a snapshot there, then I'm going to cd into home, cd into desktop, cd into Command VM. Now here we need to unblock all the files, and the syntax for that is in the repository of the Command VM. So we can do set execution policy to unrestricted, so we can pretty much run scripts. Paste that, come on. Alright, set execution policy unrestricted force. Alright, then we have to do cd, actually get child item, and then unblock file. Alright, and then we are good to go. So if we want to do the GUI, we have to just run install.ps1. If we want to run the CLI installation as the previous one, we can just specify the CLI parameter, but since I want to showcase the new one, I'm gonna stick with the GUI. So I'm gonna maximize the screen, I'm gonna do install.ps1, and there we are. So not a compatible Windows release. Alright, so I have downloaded the wrong ISO file, so it's good I took a snapshot. Never mind, I'm gonna do continue on that. Let's see how it goes. And there we are, this is the GUI installation. Now from there we have the list of available profiles. So the default is numerous package for pen testing. Then we have the full bundle of CommandoVM tools. Then we have the white, just the bare minimum of tools. Then we have developer, malware development tooling, and the victim setup tools for payload testing. Now in my case, I would need the malware developer profile, because I'm going to mainly use CommandoVM for malware development and payload development. So I'm going to do developer there, and you can actually configure the profile and choose which tool you want and which tools you don't, and so on. So we can do, for instance, to just make it a little bit custom. Do we have the process hacker? Or keep in mind that everything can be also installed manually after the installation, so you can go there and freely choose a tool from all these repository and just place it there. So for instance, I want to have Python 3, so I'm gonna do that, I believe, yeah. And let's do, actually that's about it. If I need anything else, I'm gonna install it manually. So let's do done and just click install. Now here you have to enter your password obviously, so I'm gonna do mine. Alright, and that's it. So now we have to wait, and we have to wait a lot. So I'm gonna pause the video and I'll be right back when that thing is done. Also keep in mind that during the installation the machine is going to restart a lot of times, so don't worry, don't touch it, it's gonna do its stuff automatically since it has your password and it can automatically walk into your account. So don't be scared of that, just give it a time and see you back. Alright, I'm back after a little bit of hiking, and I'm not exactly sure how many hours it took exactly. I guess it was something like 2 or 3, but finally we are here. So we see that pop-up box, install complete, please review the log for any more errors. So we have a log for failed packages and so on, so I can open that, and these packages were failed to get installed, not sure why. So we have the right here, but I don't really need them now anyway, so I'm just gonna click enter, and first thing we see is these amazing new wallpapers. So they look fresh and nice, I kinda enjoy them. Then I want to just get rid of these. Alright, now let me open up PowerShell. Alright, the next thing is that previously that was a green one, now it's red. Who am I? But the main thing we are interested in is what tools we have now. So I'm just gonna open up this PC. I'll go to C and then tools, and this is all the things we have now. Keep in mind that this is configured for malware development, and different profiles may vary and may have different tools. So in my case we have badass macro, which I'm not sure what that do. So let me go to CD tools, CD badass macros, then run that, and let's see. So input file looks like some kind of macro generator, so we can define a macro for Word and Excel, and most likely we can do like -L with the modules. Oh, nothing happened. Actually, let me Google that. I'm not sure what that is, never used it before. Badass macro, GitHub. Alright, badass macro is C# based automated malicious macro generator. Yeah, so we're gonna do a video about that. I think that's gonna be fun. So I'm just gonna close that. Then we have bytecode viewer. Alright, then we have C3, which not sure what that's supposed to be. So we have some kind of a project there, which you can open with Visual Studio. So it's most likely some kind of C2 server using third-party application. That's usually what C3 is being called. So for instance, if your C2 server can use Slack or Teams or Discord as exfiltration or changing the commands, this is what's called C3. So let me edit that. There's some kind of a build script there. Phew, I'm not really sure what that is. Maybe I should create a dedicated video about these tools. I think I should. So beside that we have Capo, which again I'm not sure what that is. It's so many tools I'm not familiar with, which I feel ashamed by the way. So let's open up PowerShell. Let's see into here. Capo exe -H maybe. Oh, identify the capabilities of executable files. Whoa, that sounds nice. So we can identify capabilities in a binary, Kappa file. Do we have a binary here? Maybe we can do badass macros, so I can do kappa.exe into badass macros and that. Let's see what we can get from that. Some kind of analysis there. Whoa. So we have the MD5 hashes, the format, the architecture, path, and we have the mappings to MITRE attack framework. So we have defense evasion, effective code loading, and discovery file and directory discovery. Then let's see MVC objective, we have cryptography, generate saved random sequences using APIs, I guess most likely Windows APIs. Then we have discovery, file system, the file can do that most likely, alright. Capabilities, generate a random number, contain PDB path, .NET resources, also that thing analyzes files. If I do help again, do we have anything fancy? That's for shellcode, so we can analyze our shellcodes with that. Then, that's by the way super nice. We can use that to analyze our own files that we generate and create. So that's super nice. Alright, let's move on. We have the standard CMDR, which is the com menu for Windows, meaning we can run Linux commands like ifconfig, I believe. Nope, so I can do wc, we can do ls, we can do ls-la, and so on. So we can do that. Also widget, and curl, and so on. So yeah. And by the way, curl here is different than the curl here, because the curl here is an alias for invoke web requests, while curl here is the standard Linux curl. So it's better in my opinion. So let's close that. Now beside that, then we have Covenant, and that's super useful by the way, because I think it's always useful to have some kind of C2. Covenant is .NET based. If you didn't know already, you can watch that in my previous video. You can find it in the description there. Covenant is .NET based, so it can run pretty much anywhere. So they included that here. Then we have CyberChef, which I believe is some kind of links to the CyberChef. Yep, I guess so. So open that. Oh, it's a local CyberChef. Nice. So they cloned the whole CyberChef thing using the whole JS, HTML, and the whole front-end thing, and they made it local. Because here, as you can see, I'm not making any requests whatsoever. Does it work? Can I do hi and to base 64? Nice. Alright, that's sweet. The arrow.exe, that's obviously does what it says it does. Then we have .NET to JavaScript again. Maybe a clippy gadget to JavaScript, not sure what that is. We can look into that later on. Hash my files, I guess that hash some files, so let me try to cd hash my files, hash my files.exe. Yeah, we can paste the files here, and we're gonna get generated with 85 hash, SHA-1, and all of these hashes will get populated for all the files we upload. That's a nice tool for checking the file hash and so on, so we can compare and analyze. Then we have invoke obfuscation and obfuscation, which are standard projects for obfuscation purposes. Then we have the Maven. By the way, I've been playing a lot with invoke obfuscation, but not that much with invoke obfuscation. So we should definitely in the future pay more attention to this one. I'm not really sure what this is all about, but I believe something similar to invoke obfuscation. Then we have the Maven, which is, I believe, a C2 based in Python. I believe so. We have also Maven module for Mythic, but I believe this is the C2 made in Python. Yeah, we can first see that. Then we have NIM, so it's good. We can code in NIM. We have the Nmap because obviously what of NZVM we have if no Nmap is there. PStudio, nice for analyzing portable executable files. Process dump. So let's do cd process dump pd64, and let's do system maybe. Oh yeah, so dumps all the process, but here we generate a lot of files. I'm not sure why that's the case and why it generates so much file. Maybe each DLL is for a corresponding process, I'm not sure. It dumped as much process as it could because some processes in their system it was not able to do it, or I'm just not sure what that tool does. Never mind. So let's do .NET DLL. That's again self-explanatory. scdbg.exe. What's that? Adaptation for the VBMU library and the AC test project. Alright, so watch your code from file. Alright, Scan memory trying to find API table. So let me try do API. Didn't do anything. Let me try auto. Nope. So most likely that. Nope. So again, we have to dig deeper into that tool specifically, so we can leave that for a future video. Then we have set DLL characteristics. So let's see what that is. Set DLL characteristics and run that. What that do? Let me try to find the source code for that. I think it should be open sourced. GitHub. Most likely it's the same thing, but in C. A simple Python tool for getting and setting the values of DLL characteristics for P files. So with this thing we can most likely edit and alter some DLL files. So I think it has the same similar options. Clear, set clear. No, not similar, but never mind. So let's get moving. Then we have shellcode launcher, which is empty, so I'm gonna delete that. We have Sliver, and with Sliver I believe this is just a Sliver client, so we can cd into Sliver and then sliver.txt, and yeah, no config file. Let's do --help, and yeah, we have a Sliver client. So this is just a Sliver client, which allows us to connect to a Sliver server, so we can directly connect from here without having to run Kali Linux or any other like Linux box, which is nice. I think that's useful. Then we have sysinternals. You know the sysinternals here for process dumping, psexec, process explorer, and so on. Then we have both syswhispers 2 and 3. Syswhispers are ways of using syscalls, so these are extremely effective against evading AVs and EDRs because they avoid using, by using syswhispers, your code starts using syscalls instead of native Windows APIs, which are often hooked and easily analyzed by the EDR or the AV. So again, don't get me wrong, syswhispers are still getting flagged, especially from the EDRs, because they are also well known and open sourced, but they can give you a nice ideas of how you can be more evasive and how you can access these syscalls of the Windows OS. Then we have unhooked BOF, which I didn't use before, but based on the name, it unhooks some BOF files. Then we have the UPX packer, then we have the WMI implant, and the X64 DBG. Phew! A lot of tools. I didn't work with at least 50% of them, or 60, something like that, but we still have a lot to do and still we have a lot to learn. Now let's see if we can do another thing. I want to open Visual Studio, and we have Visual Studio Code as well as Visual Studio 2022, so we're gonna use the updated one, which is nice. Now from here I just want to see what projects I can do. Do I have to install different .NET dependencies? Can I run .NET Core and Framework at the same time? I mean, .NET Framework is by default, but let's do create a new project. And so we have console app, class library, which is a DLL. We can do Visual Basic, we can do C++, which is nice. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe some GUI, I think, with C++. Alright, WPF, standard stuff. So TypeScript, Angular, React, I believe was that, console app with .NET Framework. So we have a lot of predefined templates and samples, which is nice. So yeah, we have .NET Core, and we have also .NET Framework, which is all that we really need, as well as C++. So in that case, I'm happy about the update. Then we have the gHydra, which I'm not sure why I was not able to find from the tools repository. Never mind, but there it is. gHydra is tool for reverse engineering different kind of executables. So we're gonna definitely do more videos about that in future. Then we have Sublime Text, Git of course, Blend for Visual Studio, I'm not sure what that is, by the way. We have Burp, nice. code track, I'm not sure what that is. So code track, start the trace process from executable. Oh, so some kind of debugger, which can be useful. Trace already running process. Let's do the PowerShell thing. All right. Oh yeah, so it does some monitoring and analyze of the process. It didn't block us. Can I do pause? Can I do... Yeah, I'm not sure what that actually do. Yep, analyze the session. Let's see what we can do. We can analyze the threads. Oh, so that looks nice. Maybe this was all the things PowerShell. Oh, wait. Don't tell me the reverse engineered all the things I did from the PowerShell session there. Yeah, so most likely it was able to debug and monitor the process, get all the assemblies or references or .NET things it was trying to use, and then most likely disassembled all of them. Whoa. Then do this, maybe? Yeah. Invoke, run. All the things PowerShell used are here. We have also timeline, where and what was used. We have plugins, 3, nice. I start to enjoy that. We should definitely pay more attention to these kind of tools in the future. Nice. Now, beside code track, we have Fiddler Classic, which I believe was again for some kind of debugging purposes. I guess it was for debugging the web requests or the APIs and so on, so we can observe what thing does what request where and so on. So I think we can attach this to some kind of process, and then we can see what this process, what requests this process actually do. At least that's what I think it is. So web debugging proxy and troubleshooting solution. Yeah, exactly. Helps to debug web applications by capturing network traffic between the internet and test computers. Yeah, nice. So here we have that. We have GIMP, Greenshot, XXD hex editor. We have ID either for again reverse engineering. We have some Java compilers and JVMs there. Notepad++, Obsidian, OpenOffice. This was not by default there. I just installed it so we can test different kind of payloads and stuff. We have Python. Do we have Python? Python? Yep, we do. Then beside that, what else? Sublime, Video One, what I'm not. Oh, so it's VLC. Visual Studio 2017, or that's just some kind of build tools about it. Yeah, it is. We have Visual Studio Code there, WinDBG, WinSCP, and Wireshark. With that, this is the tools for the malware development profile. All the things we have here, I believe, should be found there. They are just separated by disassemblers, .NET, forensics, and so on. Oh, we have also Yara, nice. Networking, we have also NCAT, nping, OpenVPN, Telnet, so on. So I think this is perfect if you want to get into malware development. I mean, we have anything. In the end, we have Visual Studio updated versions. We can write C++, C#, .NET Framework, and .NET Core. We can disassemble stuff. We can test the web requests, where they go correctly or not. We also have even a Tor browser, so we can anonymize our traffic. So if you are into malware development, I definitely recommend you guys to install a CommandoVM, and I think this should make your life a little bit easier. I hope you enjoyed the video. That was it. We're gonna definitely do more videos about the tools I mentioned just now, but for now, that's all I wanted to show you guys, and Hope you enjoyed it. If so, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and if you have further appreciation, feel free to become my Patreon. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.